In this section, we're going to talk about ways of communicating available at OJC. Let's start with old school style post. For those of you living in Wunsch Hall and Conley, you will have mailboxes located in the main lobby of that residence hall, while other housing sites will have mailboxes at the Student Center. Make sure to check your mailbox regularly. Stamps can be purchased from the campus bookstore or at the post office downtown. The domestic rate for letters is 46 cents. International rates are going to vary by size, weight, and destination. Packages being sent within the U.S. can be sent through the bookstore, but if it's going internationally, my advice is to take it to the post office. If friends or family wish to post a letter to you or a package, or if you're ordering books online, this is the address that you will use to have them sent. Your name, 1802 Colorado Avenue, your residence hall and room number, La Junta, Colorado, 81050. If you receive a package, you'll receive a notice in your mailbox to pick it up in the bookstore. Go up to the counter and let them know that you are there to pick up a package, and they will assist you. Now on to online options. There are computer labs in the residence hall and across campus which can be used for all students for coursework as well as sending and receiving emails. The Learning Commons also has laptops, MacBooks, and iPads that you can check out for use in the Learning Commons. Please remember that these cannot be taken out of the Learning Commons. Note that in all public areas, academic work comes before emailing and Facebook. Log on to computers or a wireless lab, input your S number followed by your password. Most computer labs are set to the Student Access Network, OJCINST/, but you'll need to input this additional network path when logging on to the internet via Wi-Fi. Initially, your password will be your month, spelled out, day, and 4-digit year of birth. For example, if my birthday was May 1st, 2011, my password would be MAY, capital M, 012011. This will not work until 24 hours after you've registered for class. You will be given a temporary password to use in the meantime so that you can contact home and let your family know that you've arrived safely. The MyOJC portal will also be activated after you've registered for classes, which will allow you access to this course, your other courses throughout the semester. OJC also provides a campus email account which you can activate through the portal. This will be your primary account that your professors use to contact you, so it's important to check it often. You can also link it to your primary account if you don't wish to use your campus email. Social media is huge globally. It's an easy and fun way to let your friends and family know what you're up to, post photos, even call or chat online. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and many more have become popular ways of staying connected with friends and family all over the world. A word of caution here. Please watch what you decide to post on these sites and set your account or post to private if you want them to stay that way. Giving out personal information like your phone number, room number, social security number, and other personal details, or posting images that later you wish you hadn't, can cause difficulty and sometimes real issues. Though most users are like you and me, some are out to scam, hurt, or simply cause issue. Protect yourself and keep personal information and images personal. The International Relations Organization and International Office share a Facebook site, OJC International, which helps us get the word out about upcoming events and contact students. You are not required to friend myself or Cullen to be a part of the OJC International site. Just request to join and we'll add you. Finally, I wish to talk about Skype, MSN Messenger, Yahoo Messenger, and other calling and messenger services. These are options to connect with home free or cheaply. My best friend lives in Central Asia. and chatting on Skype always makes me feel like we're sitting across from each other at the table rather than miles apart. Sometimes seeing a friendly face makes all the difference. Cell phones have become almost a necessity for students across the globe as a main way to communicate with one another. Since most of you are probably familiar with cell phone service in your home country, the cell phone providers and plans in the United States may be confusing. There are two primary plans. First is the contract. This is the most popular in the United States because they offer lower monthly rates and very low prices on new phones compared to prepaid plans. Typically, the best prices are offered to customers who sign up for a 2-year contract for cell phone service. While the rates are lower, terminating the contract early requires the customer to pay a large penalty. To qualify for a contract plan, a cell phone provider will also generally review the applicant's credit history. Since new international students don't have a Social Security number or a credit history in the United States, they typically require a security deposit, which could be around $400 to $500. As with any contract, make sure that you understand all the requirements and charges before you sign it. The other type of plan is a prepaid plan or pay-as-you-go. These are easier for new international students to obtain because they don't require a Social Security number and/or a credit history check. These pay-as-you-go plans use the same cell phone networks and offer the same service as contract plans do, but generally at higher rates. Advantages of these plans include no long-term contracts, no security deposits, and no penalties for cancellations. Again, make sure you inquire about international rates. Major cell phone carriers within the United States include Verizon Wireless, which there's a Verizon Wireless store in La Junta, AT&T, Sprint, T-Mobile, and Boost Mobile all have service in La Junta, but they don't have a store that sells their equipment here in La Junta. Some advice and warnings. If you are bringing an unlocked phone from your home country and would like to purchase a SIM card from your phone, the best option is going to be AT&T or T-Mobile. Now, while we don't have either of these stores in La Junta, we are planning a trip to Pueblo, to the mall, on the Saturday of the first week of classes. So if you have a open, unlocked phone from your home country and you need a SIM card, try to make sure to go on that excursion because there is both an AT&T and a T-Mobile store in the Pueblo Mall, and you can purchase your SIM card there. Most cell phone companies charge for all calls, both outgoing and incoming, though most will have free calling within their network. Some plans give you a set number of minutes per month. Overage minutes are charged at a much higher rate. Make sure to check your plan to see if weekend and nighttime minutes are free. Sometimes they are and sometimes they aren't. Text messaging typically requires an additional charge if it's not included in your plan. Make sure to ask about adding text to your plan as well and ask for any special international calling plans or additional fees there. Check with each cell phone carrier about coverage areas and reception. All of the major carriers in the U.S. have reception in La Junta, as well as a regional cell phone company called Viero. Some carriers will have better coverage over a larger area than others, so if you're planning to do a lot of traveling, you may want to look into this a little further. Some cell phone companies only sell cell phones that work in their network. For example, iPhones are typically AT&T and Verizon, though they are starting to open up. If you're planning to get a contract, once the contract is signed, you will be required to pay for the entire length of the contract. If you leave your contract before your period ends, you will be expected to pay a really high fee. If you paid a deposit and then you break your contract, you probably won't get your deposit back. Some cell phone companies may ask for proof of your address if you're signing up for a contract. This includes a letter or utility bill that has been mailed to where you are currently living in the U.S. Finally, family or group plans between friends can seem like a good idea, but often one person runs a little short one month and they can't pay their bill, and then the entire group is out of service for that period of time. Please strongly consider this before entering into a group plan with friends. Finally, landline phones. In your room, there's an active phone line available, but you'll need a phone and a phone cord in order to use it. Once you have your phone plugged in, you can place on-campus local calls and toll-free calls and receive all incoming calls free of charge. To call on campus, you'll dial just the last 4 numbers of the phone number. For example, to call my office, you would dial 6805. To call off campus, for example, to call my cell, you'll need to dial a 9 and then the number. For example, 9-468-3751 is my cell phone number. To call a toll-free number, you'll dial 9-1-800-888 or 877, which are the usual toll-free numbers, and then the number. If you choose this option, call my office and your number will show up on my caller ID, and I can provide it to you so that you can give it to your friends and family as well. Anywhere not in the immediate area, La Junta, Chirrahua, Rocky Ford, or Los Animas, is considered long distance. If you want to make a long distance call or call internationally, you will need to purchase a prepaid calling card. Zaptel.com offers a variety of cards and allows you to search the option that allows you the best rates for the country that you call most often. These generally have you call a toll-free number and then follow prompts to enter your calling card information and connect. Remember, there's no voicemail service on campus, so if you want to get messages, you'll need to purchase a phone with an answering machine.